Come down onto your mat and lay onto your back. Bring the soles of your feet together and your knees out wide into Supta Baddha Konasana. Allowing the shoulders to pull down away from your ears and just making sure the body feels comfortable. So starting to connect to your breath here. Bringing your focus down towards your belly. And allowing the breath to deepen into your tummy. Watching the belly rise up as you inhale. And pull back down towards the spine as you exhale. And let's stay here for a couple of breaths. Allowing the body to relax down into the ground. Maybe setting yourself an intention for your practice today. Now with your next inhalation, gently bringing your hands onto the inside of the thighs, just gently butterflying the knees, allowing the hips to open a little more, starting to release the hip flexors before we work into the core. Maybe rocking the knees from side to side if that feels good for you today. And now as you inhale, start to draw the knees together, maybe using your hands to help you. And step your feet out as wide as the mat. Gently start to rock your knees from side to side, so allowing the legs to be heavy. Just exploring some movement through the back and through the hips. Again, starting to release the hip flexors, the hips, and the lower back before we work on strengthening the core. And the next time the knees fall to the right side, just allowing them to drop all the way down to the ground and taking a couple of deep breaths into your left side. And now pressing down into the ground with the feet, inhale the knees back to center, and as you exhale, gently drop them to your left side. Taking a couple of deep breaths here into your right, allowing the legs and the knees to be heavy as you exhale. With your next inhalation, start to draw the knees back to center and hug the knees in towards your chest. Just having a rock side to side here, releasing your lower back and your hips. So starting to warm up the core a little more, draw the belly button in, scoop up the pelvic floor, hug your right knee to your chest and extend your left leg. Maybe bringing the head up towards the knee. We'll start to alternate your knees here. So squeezing one knee in towards you as you extend the other leg away from you. Nice deep breath in, exhale to switch it over. So belly button into your spine, lifting up the pelvic floor to meet your belly button, Mula Bandha, finding that root lock, the muscles that we squeeze in as we start to strengthen the core to increase your balance. So nice deep breaths here. If the shoulders or the neck feeling a little tight, maybe releasing the shoulders down to the ground. Keep alternating the legs. And then hugging both knees in towards you, just gently rock and roll through the spine a couple of times to bring yourself up into a seated position. So we'll come into Sukhasana, your cross-leg pose, bringing your ankles and your feet underneath your knees. Maybe using a block underneath if it's more comfortable. And starting to find some circles, so sending the chest forwards, pressing down into your knees and your thighs, allowing the hips to fall away from the body. So just very gently warming up into your tummy, into your lower back, and then taking it in the other direction. Just allowing it to be nice and easy. If the hips feel tight, then do put a block or a pillow or a blanket underneath you for a bit more support to lift you up. And take one more, bring yourself back to center. Now releasing the hands to the side of the body. Inhale the right arm up towards the sky, and exhale, we're slowly going to stretch it up and over to lengthen through the left side, so bending down into the left arm. Rolling the shoulder down away from your ear, and then press your right hip down towards the ground. Inhale to lift up, exhale to bring it back down. Inhale the left arm up, exhale, roll the shoulders down, reach the fingertips up and overhead, find length through the left side of the body, pressing the left hip down towards the ground. Inhale to lift, exhale to release it down, and we'll roll forwards and bring ourselves into a tabletop position. So spreading your fingers out, press into the ground, and knees and tops of the feet press firmly down into the ground. So inhale, lengthen your chest, your belly button forwards. Exhale, press down into the hands, knees and feet to roll up through the spine for a couple of cat-cows. Inhale, open up your chest and the belly button and the heart forwards. Exhale to press down into the ground and roll it up. So just moving with your breath here for a couple more rounds, inhaling it forwards and exhale to push down and round up through your spine to find space between your shoulder blades. And we'll gently bring ourselves back into child's pose, so knees wide, base the big toes together, and walk your hands forward. Let's activate the child's pose by pressing down onto the fingertips and sending your heart forwards. Now again, start to draw the belly button in, really feel that mula bandha, that root lock, as you draw the pelvic floor up to meet your belly button. Starting to feel some heat through the body here, keep pressing down into your fingers. Keep breathing deeply into your belly. Slowly start to move forwards again into that tabletop position. Tuck your toes, and when you're ready, inhale to lift the hips up into downward facing dog. So extending the heels down towards the ground and gently start to walk through the feet and through the knees, finding a bit more space in the back side of the body, taking care to roll your shoulders down and away from your ears. Spread your fingers out and press the hands into the ground. So just taking another couple of breaths here, really thinking about engaging the core muscles. Maybe give the head a little shake, maybe rising up onto the balls of the feet. And with your next exhalation, slowly start to tiptoe your feet forwards to the top of the mat to find your hands. So grabbing hold of the opposite elbow with your hands, gently swaying the body from side to side, keeping the knees soft or deepening the bend if it's more comfortable for you to drop your belly onto your thighs. Releasing the hands to the ground, take a deep breath in and exhale to bend the knees. Slowly start to roll yourself up to stand in Tadasana, so rolling the shoulders back and down, and then bringing the hands to heart center, spreading your weight through your feet. And we'll just take a couple of breaths here, really connecting with your center of gravity. Now inhale the arms up towards the sky, look to your hands. Exhale, bend the knees, hinge from your hips, and slowly start to move through a flat back. So pressing down to your feet, sending your chest forwards, extending your fingers out in front of you, and then slowly bringing your belly to your thighs and resting your fingers to the ground, but look forwards to maintain that length through the spine. With your next exhalation, bend your knees, plant the hands down, and step your right foot back behind you into a lunge. Then drop the knee down towards the ground and maybe have a little sway from side to side here. If it's more comfortable, using blocks underneath you for support of the hands. And gently breathing down towards your hip flexor, encouraging some space before we start to work on strengthening the core. Now tuck your back toes and inhale to lift the knee into a high lunge. So again, keeping your fingers on the ground or on your blocks for support, just really drawing up into your core, squeezing the abdominals into your spine. Plant the hands down, pick up your left leg and take it back into a plank position. So shoulders are over the hands, spread your fingers out and squeeze into the ground to protect your wrists, pulling up your thighs and pressing the heels away from you, so it's a full body movement. Keep looking over the edge of your mat to maintain the length through your neck and the length of the spine. Now start to move your left hand into the center of your mat under your face and rotate onto your left side. So either bringing the hand onto the hip, or if it's more comfortable for you, you can take your right arm up in line with your right shoulder. Maybe stepping your right foot on top of your left to make the posture a little more challenging. Making sure here that you're spreading out the left fingers to protect your wrist and micro bending the elbow. Now slowly start to make your way back down into a plank position. Looking over the edge of the mat, take a breath. Exhale and move through chaturanga. So knees, chest and chin down, nice and slowly working for strength. Slide the body forwards into cobra or baby cobra. Rolling the shoulders back and down. And then we'll push all the way up onto the knees, tuck your toes and bring yourself into downward dog. So taking a couple of breaths here to stretch it out. Hips up towards the sky, rolling the shoulders down away from your ears, focusing on your core. Now inhale and lengthen your right leg away from you. Exhale, draw the knee in towards your right elbow. Hold it there, squeeze the belly button in. Take a twist and move your right knee towards your left elbow. Hold it there. Now inhale, bringing it back to center, draw the knee towards the chest. And then scoop that foot forwards and plant the right foot down between your hands. Drop your left knee down to repeat on the other side. So taking a couple of breaths here into your hip flexor, maybe gently rocking from side to side to encourage the hip to open a little bit more. And tuck in the left toes and inhale to lift your knee. So again, scooping up through the pelvic floor, pressing down into the ground. Press the hands down, pick up the foot, take it back into plank. Looking over the edge of the mat, draw the belly button in, pull up the thighs and push the heels away from you, taking care not to lock your elbows here. Now bring your right hand to the center of the mat underneath your face and gently start to roll onto your right side, either bringing the left hand onto your hip or sending the arm up in line with your shoulder. And again, option to step your left foot on top of your right to make the posture a little more challenging. When you're ready, gently start to bring yourself back down into plank position. Looking over the edge of the mat as you exhale into chaturanga, knees, chest and chin down. Slide the body forward into cobra or baby cobra. And then slowly making your way into downward facing dog. So tucking the toes, lifting the hips up, and taking a couple of breaths here to stretch the body. Now inhale the left leg away from you. Exhale, draw the knee in towards your left elbow and hold. Squeeze the belly button in. Take a twist, take it over towards your right elbow. And then inhale to bring it back to center. And plant the left foot down between the hands. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, step your right foot forward to meet your left at the top of the mat. And bring yourself back into your forward fold, this time allowing the head to drop down towards your knees or your shins. Now soften your knees and plant the hands down. Step your feet all the way back again into plank position. So shifting your shoulders over your hands and wrists, spread the fingers and squeeze into the ground to make sure you're protecting your wrists. Keep looking forwards and keep pulling up through your thighs. Last couple of deep breaths here. And now exhale to drop your knees down. Take the knees out wide. Drop your head down towards the ground and bring yourself into child's pose for a couple of breaths. Really focusing on breathing into your belly. Exhaling to drop your tailbone down towards the heels of your feet. Now slowly start to walk your hands under your shoulders to roll yourself up and draw the knees together. Swing the legs around and we'll come onto the sit bones in a sitting position. So bring the palms together at heart center in a prayer position. We're slowly going to reach back and twist to the right. Extend your left leg out. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, take in to the left side. Extend your right foot. Inhale, back to center. Again, exhale. Maybe this time see if you can look right down towards your right elbow. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, take a twist. Really squeeze the tummy muscles in and pull out that pelvic floor. Inhale, back to center. And a couple more. Exhale, take it down to your right. Extend the left leg. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, taking it to the left. Flexing the foot away from you as you extend the leg. One more each side. Exhale, taking it down to your right side as you extend. Inhale, bringing it back up. And then exhale, taking it over to the left side. And inhale to bring it back up. Arms out in front of you to take a breath. Exhale, slowly scoop the tummy muscles and release yourself all the way back down to the ground. And then just making yourself comfortable with your knees bent and feet on the ground. Extend your right leg up towards the sky, flex the foot and stretch your arms back behind you. Now take a deep breath in. As you exhale, we're going to squeeze the hands up to meet the leg and draw the leg towards you. Inhale to send it away from you. Exhale to crunch it up, lift the shoulders and the head, and inhale to lengthen it away. Again, exhale, drawing it in, find that squeeze. Inhale to lengthen it away. Keep flexing your foot. Exhale to draw it in, belly button down to the spine. Inhale to lengthen away. Last couple. Exhale to squeeze in, reach the fingers away. Inhale to take it down. And exhale to squeeze it in. And inhale to take it away. Bend the knee and we'll take it to the other side. Extend the left leg, breathe in. As you exhale, draw yourself up into a crunch, bring the leg in towards you and inhale to lengthen. Exhale to squeeze it in and inhale, lengthen away from you. And exhale to squeeze it up. Inhale to lengthen away. Last couple now. Exhale, draw the body up, draw the thigh in. Inhale to lengthen away. And again, exhale, find the crunch in the tummy. And inhale to release it away. Last one. Exhale to draw it in and inhale to lengthen it away. And then bend both knees, feet to the ground and hug your knees in towards your chest, maybe rocking from side to side, just releasing into your lower back and your tummy a little. And bringing your feet down to the ground, we'll just stretch out in a gentle bridge pose. So press in the head, hands and feet into the ground. Inhale to lift the hips and the thighs towards the sky, keeping your inside thighs engaged, finding bridge pose, Satubhadrasana. It's just gently releasing the whole front side of the body and extending the spine. Last couple of breaths here. And then exhale, releasing the hips down to the ground. And give the knees another hug in towards the chest, taking any movement that you feel you need. So bring the feet down to the outside edges of your mat and gently drop them down to your right side. So we're just stretching the abdominals now, breathing deeply into your left side. Then to take your right foot and hook it over the top of your left knee and thigh to encourage the body to open a little bit more as the weight of the knees will draw the body down towards the ground. So really bringing yourself back to that nice deep breath, breathing into your tummy. Imagining all the space that you're creating through the front side of the body now. And exhale to release your foot, draw the knees back to center. And with your next exhalation, dropping the legs to the left side. Again, option to take your left foot and hook it over the top of your thigh and your knee. Breathing nice and deeply into your hips, into your tummy, allowing the release through the front side of the body and through the lower back. And now releasing the foot down, draw the knees back to center. And start to make yourself comfortable for your Shavasana. So sending your feet down to the bottom of the mat, allowing the legs to drop out wide. And resting the arms at the side of the body, palms facing up towards the sky. Take a moment to check in with your body, noticing how you feel. Noticing how the body feels. And drawing your attention to any part of the body where you feel a particular heat or lightness right now. Taking a couple of deep breaths and sending your energy to this part of your body. And now just finding the weight of your body in the ground. Allowing the body to feel light as you inhale. And to feel a sense of grounding and focus as you exhale. Just being here for another minute or so, allowing yourself to completely relax. And now gently allowing your breath to start to deepen. Starting to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And when you are ready, gently opening your eyes. Namaste.